Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to FTL Faster Than Light. On the last run, I had probably what is the most fun and interesting, edge-of-your-seat Rebel flagship fight I think I've ever had, or at least the most fun fight I've had in a significant amount of time, and that was with the Red Tail. I highly suggest you check it out if you haven't. This run, I'm going to be playing as the Nisos, the B-type Federation cruiser, because I still need to get to Sector 8 in order to unlock the C-type, and I need to actually defeat the Rebel flagship. The only event that we need to unlock the only achievement is use your crew in 4 special blue event choices by Sector 5. I honestly think that the A-type is easier to do this achievement, but we can still do it if we pick up a couple of extra crew members along the way. You know, NG, Mantis, Rockman, they're used a little bit more frequently than Zoltan, Slug. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna try. Dual lasers, Leto. Kind of not very strong weapons. I am going to use the Leto a little bit more frequently. I usually don't use it just because I like to save my missiles. I like to save missiles, maybe get a different weapon, but I think I just need to use it a little bit more heavily. Take down enemy shields or hit them in the weapons so that we don't take as much damage, and then go to town on them. But we'll see. I really don't know if this run will end up succeeding or not. This is obviously just a freaking terrible start. We've already taken damage, and we have a fire in the room with the artillery beam, so we're gonna take 1 more point of damage probably. Yep, there it goes. So you know what, just leave the room. I was thinking if I could put out the fire, then I could avoid getting hit for that 1 point of damage that happens when a fire destroys the system, but we did not. So we're already 6 HP down, and we haven't even started. Good lord, this is gonna be a bad run probably. Just going by the current beacon, but maybe hopefully this gets all the bad luck out of our systems early. I know that's not how luck works, but I can hope. First beacon also just didn't have anything. Try to shield their ship with ours. We get hit again for another bit of fire damage in the same frickin' room. Let's see if we can't put out this fire as soon as possible. If we can, maybe we can save the whole point of damage. We did, so now everyone can go back into their rooms, save themselves from the low oxygen, go get healed up, and we'll send the slug in to get the artillery beam repaired. We're already 7 HP down. We're already like, that's almost a quarter dead, and we haven't even gotten in any combat. That's scary. And we only have 21 scrap to show for it. Normally, if you take this much damage, you like to have a little bit more scrap. All right, jump. We're gonna jump ahead. Not gonna go to the store even to repair. It's still early for repairing, and we could find random beacons that give us hull repair, so we don't need to necessarily worry about it. Now this is finally a good encounter. We have a pirate ship and a civilian ship, so if we actually do land our shots, we can destroy them, double dip on rewards, hopefully. Okay, artillery beam has a breach. We're just gonna let that sit for a minute. I am gonna Leto just in case we can take out their missile launcher. No, unfortunately, that did not happen. Our shields are now down, so we're gonna get that stuff repaired ASAP. Yeah, Slugman's gonna do it. Use another Leto, I guess. I don't want to take any more damage. Oh, yeah, stupid NG. Oh man, NG got the weapons repaired enough that the Leto didn't even take out their Leto. Luckily they had a Leto and it wasn't an Artemis, but maybe the Artemis would have been better. I don't know. Zoltan, get out of there, go get healed up. We still gotta get the sensors repaired too. Hopefully there's no breach in that room. Good. And I'm not really feeling too good about this run, but I'm gonna stick with it. You know, if I was playing on my own, I would probably just restart after that. I need to power up the medbay. I would probably just have restarted after that first bit of, you know, 7 points of damage on the first 3 beacons. The first 4 beacons pretty much had nothing good on them. But we're gonna try to make it work. Running low on missiles already, and that's the big problem with having a Leto, is that it's not good enough. at least with the Artemis, you do... I should have gotten the medbay upgrade. I'm an idiot. At least with the Artemis, you do 2 damage when it lands. With the Leto, you only do 1. I am extremely lucky, though, because this ship cannot damage me literally. There's a single laser just going to bounce off of the shields, and our crew members can just take it on the chin. So I'm going to attack them in their... probably their engines. Try to keep their dodge chance low. Wound this guy. They have a repair drone, unfortunately, so it means that they will be able to get their repairs done extremely quickly. So I'm going to focus actually on their drone control system. Destroy their repair drone and then maybe focus elsewhere. Artillery beam is also going to do a good job of keeping them busy, especially if they're going to try to flee. And they have a fire in their shield room, so I'm going to hit him in their piloting room. I'm not going to use a Leto, I don't need to. They have no dodge chance. They're spreading out to do their repairs. They have a fire in the drone control room. I probably maybe could have just let the fire kill them, but I don't think so. They had pretty low amount of HP, so I think they were just going to die. So got the 2nd level medbay upgrade. I like getting it. We do have a Ion Storm. Luckily for us, though, they only have their beam online. They do not have anything else online. So what I'm actually thinking is I just let my own artillery beam do the work, or at least get in the first shot. And as a result of getting in the first shot, I can hit them in their shields, their weapons, after the beam hopefully takes down their shield system. Because I could attack them right now, but the problem is that if I attack them, they might put power into their shields or into their heavy laser, and the heavy laser plus the beam could definitely do some damage to me. So I'd like to just let the artillery beam get in the first shot, and hopefully follow it up with the dual lasers and be good. Okay, good. Their shield system is wounded. They have an anti-combat drone. I can hit them in their weapon system, though, to keep their weapons offline. There's a fire in the weapon system, which is nice. And as a result, I can be pretty safe, actually. Keep hitting them in the shield room, though. Stop them from putting out the fire, and hopefully the fire will actually just ravage their ship. There's actually another fire in the shield room, but no, they got the fires put out. Trying to surrender 6 fuel, 8 missiles, I think is an acceptable surrender offer. Now, normally I don't like doing that, but I think it was definitely worth it in this case because of the missiles involved. And those missiles will go a long way towards helping me in the future, you know, not take so much damage, destroy enemy ships faster. This is very unfortunate because there's pretty much nothing we can do except just go kill these guys. They're in our oxygen room. Our crew members are slightly wounded, but I guess they just got in an extra hit before we managed to get in there ourselves. I can keep moving my crew in and out, though. We have a 2nd level med bay. They're not in the med bay, but it doesn't really matter that they're not in the med bay. Don't attack my Zoltan, you jerk. Slugman's gonna walk back in there now, take up the Zoltan's position. And I would like the Slug to get the kill because he's the most likely to be used as a teleporting invader should we find a crew teleporter in the stores and purchase it. Which I might do, honestly. If I had more crew, that would be an easier option, but at this point, I might just want to save my scrap, maybe get a cloak, defense drone, hacking system, I don't know. Buying a crew member there could have been good, but unfortunately I just don't have the scrap for it. So we're just gonna keep jumping along. Burst Laser Mark III, good God, that's annoying. We are gonna lead out, we're gonna try to take out their Burst Laser. If they only have the beam online, we're fine. And we did in fact take their beam offline. They have the Mantis doing the repairing, which is wonderful because it means that that Mantis is gonna be super slow at getting stuff repaired. So we're just gonna auto fire. Their beam is now offline. He's not gonna be able to get their lasers online anytime soon. And as soon as our artillery beam is charged up and ready to go, we're gonna do a number on them because it's gonna hopefully take their shield offline, or at the very least move their NG around repairing stuff, and then I can take their shields offline with my dual laser. Trying to surrender? I can't accept it. No, I want more scrap, better stuff, better rewards. There's a fire aboard their ship. Mantis is trying to put it out. I wonder if he's gonna succeed. I could put someone in the sensors room really quickly. Yeah, he's probably gonna get that fire put out. Oh no, it spread! I wish I didn't actually fire because we may have been able to kill the crew there. 15 scrap, better than however much was offered before. Like 8? 7 missiles, but like only 8 scrap. This should be a pretty easy encounter. Their chain laser takes so freaking long to charge that it's not going to be able to hit me. I'm just gonna fire the dual lasers, and if the dual lasers don't hit, then we have the opportunity to fire an Leto. Ooh, they actually did keep their chain laser online. That was unexpected. Did hit the piloting system, of course. I feel like with this ship, I just don't dodge as many shots as I do with other ships, but that has to just be like a confirmation bias thing. Because the dodge chance is just the same with this ship as any other ship that would have the same amount of power. I just don't know why it doesn't feel that way. Maybe it is just because this ship takes a lot more damage than other ships because of its weapon system, which is just very weak off the bat. So we do now have the capability of getting the second bar of shields. We do have to depower our engines slightly, but I can always move power from the oxygen system into the engines to let us dodge missiles like this. Now they do have a missile launcher themselves. If it's a Leto, it's gonna fire very quickly. It's a Leto. So I'm not even gonna fire mine, I'm just gonna fire my lasers in, they land, and I'm hoping that my lasers can just keep their missile system offline. If we ever miss, then we fire in with a Leto to keep their weapons offline. We're just waiting, we're buying time until the artillery beam gets charged up. And in fact, we can get the oxygen powered up. Yeah, getting a cloaking system with this ship would actually be really good because the artillery beam at max power only takes 20 seconds to charge, but that's still a long time. Still quite a long time, actually. If we can get a cloaking system powered up to level 3, that's 15 seconds knocked off the artillery beam charge, plus the great defense that it gives us. So, probably going to try to focus getting a cloaking system, I think, just because it would be so good to get. It is 150 scrap, though, so it would take a long-ass time for that to actually work. They did mind control our engine personnel. I'm hoping that he won't be able to completely destroy the engines. And as is, we're actually in a very difficult situation because of their ship composition here. I guess I'm going to try to micromanage my shield power to dodge the ion. I'm going to also use a Leto to take out their shields a little bit longer. Luckily though, oh shit, my shields are completely down. That's terrible. I didn't bring up my shield power fast enough. Even if it hits, I need to have some shields online. We did take out their weapon system before it fired again. Their chain laser, it's now lost its charge completely. Our crew is also getting some slight amount of training from this too, which is actually kind of nice. Let's hit him in the mind control room, take that offline. Say no thank you. They're gonna offer us a NG. I'm gonna take it. I need more crew members, and this is another crew member, obviously. He's gonna go in the shield room, and now we finally have decent shield recharge rate. I'm just gonna go to the next beacon here and leave this sector. Sell missiles, maybe? No, I will attack the ship to get to the storage cache. They're gonna mind control the NG, I don't care. I only need 1 shield power anyways, and I can take out their missile launcher, hopefully before they fire, but if it's a Leto, it's gonna fire quickly. I'll fire a missile anyways. It is an Artemis. Yeah, 2 damage in the engine room, engines are on fire, so you know what, Zoltan, get the heck out of there. Go to the med bay, get yourself healed up. NG's doing a number on our shield system, but he's gonna get that repaired. So I don't really worry about it that much. Only getting hit for 2 points of damage on this encounter is not bad. It's not that bad. Gonna hit him in the piloting system, just in case they would try to flee, but I don't think rebel ships actually try to flee at all, so that's fine. We did get a drone schematic for a repair drone, not really very useful, especially with the number of crew that we have, but I guess I could sell it at a store. I forget if it sells for 12 or 17 or something like that. NG controlled or NG controlled? Well, when you put it like that, game, I guess we're gonna go up, because then we can go to a nebula and then more red beacons. Sure, why not? We have to go to one now, so why don't we go to one early? I mean, I guess they're at the same time, whatever. There is a store. I don't exactly have anything to sell, so we're probably not going to go to the store. We're just gonna jump ahead. I don't think there's anything really we can find here that's useful. There's no like secret quests that we can do or anything. Mantis is gonna invade us in the oxygen system, so we're gonna have to send Slug and NG to go deal with him. As much as I would like to keep them on their systems, I need to deal with this guy, and this is how we're gonna do it. Gonna send in the Leto. It's probably not gonna land before their Artemis fires. Yeah. But it at least landed. It did start a fire, which is very nice because it means that they will be able, or they will have to deal with the fire before they can get their stuff repaired. Good, and now they have no weapons at all. So we're gonna dual laser on the shield system, divert the repairing. Good. NG is still getting the repairs done on the weapons, which is actually bad because he's gonna do it very quickly. Might as well depower the shields. We don't need any shields right now. He's gonna get it repaired very quickly, so I'm gonna have to like choose what I focus on. I think I'm gonna focus on their shields with my first shot, just to take them down, and then the next shot, dual lasers go in on their weapons, and hopefully that stops them from being able to fire their missile launcher at me. And you know what, the artillery beam, I forgot about it. It destroyed them anyways. 41 scrap, what do I do? I don't want to go to the store. There's probably going to be more stores in the future, so I kind of just want to save scrap. We'll probably find a store. I think there's like 2 or 3 on green sectors. Yeah, I will attack it. They do have a missile launcher, but whatever. I think there are, 2 or 3 stores on green sectors, and I want to find one when I have more scrap to hopefully buy a weapon. Good God, that was some nasty misses. The shield system is fine. We only need 1 bar to stop them from damaging us, so I'm not terribly worried that it got hit by the missile. Good, we did take their missile offline, and luckily that didn't hit the shield system, because then we would have had a big problem. And I'm just gonna auto-fire dual lasers, basically. As long as we can keep their missile launcher offline, I'll be happy. And if I have to launch an Leto, I have to launch an Leto. You know what, let's do it. We have a lot of missiles. That's why we accepted those surrender offers earlier, so that we could use missiles a little bit more frequently when we needed to. And the artillery beam thankfully took them out before they did too much more damage to me. 57 scrap is not a lot, but hopefully it's enough. Hopefully it is enough. And we're just gonna go to more beacons here. Free scrap. You know what? That's probably a boon right now because my combat effectiveness is very low. I have to attack them, I have to double dip. They only have a single shot laser plus a bomb, so we are going to power up our med bay in case we need it. This should be a pretty easy encounter. Even if they bomb me, they're not gonna, if it's an ion bomb and they hit the shield room, that's gonna be a big problem, but I can take their weapons offline pretty quickly here. That took their laser offline. Next shot will take their bomb offline unless they change their power. I think that's because that's a Zoltan, which does make me want to focus on him because he only has 70 HP and he's going to be easy to kill. Whoop, that was a misclick, but hey, take out their oxygen system, reduce their dodge chance while I hit him again. And I am going to hit him in their shield room, I guess. Stop them from repairing their weapons, maybe. Artillery beam does some damage, takes out their clone bay. Probably won't be able to kill the crew, but that's fine. Didn't even kill the, I'm assuming that's a Zoltan. It looks like a Zoltan. And they did bomb our shields like I expected, but it is not an ion bomb. 21 scrap plus a store that has kind of garbage. The defense drone, though, sounds amazing to pick up. Because my biggest problem on these runs is that it always takes a long time for their artillery beam to get it charged to take out the enemy ship. You usually get hit by a lot of missiles in the process. So you know what? We're gonna sell a system repair drone. We're gonna buy drone control with a defense drone. We only have 3 drones, but I think it's worth it. We're gonna repair a little bit too. I think this is worth it. I think this is worth it a lot. Now we might have to, you know, depower our dodge chance, depower our oxygen in order to get the, no, I wanted you to go to the med bay. We might have to depower a lot of stuff in order to get the defense drone powered for now, but hopefully we can still make this work. So at this point, probably the best thing for me to pick up would be something like a drone recovery arm, honestly. All right, these guys have no drones, but they also cannot kill me. And their crew is very freaking weak, so I do enjoy that. We might even be able to destroy the crew or kill the crew if we wait and kill their crew one at a time when they attack me. So like right now, have everyone, literally everyone, go into the weapons room and take them out. Just like kill this NG. I guess it wouldn't work like that, would it? We would have to kill their crew one at a time, so we would just have to like wound them as they walk through our ship. Whatever. Hit them in the shield room. Keep them busy. All right, well that's a okay miss, I guess. Get the oxygen powered up. Everyone go back to your rooms. That was an attempt that didn't really work out. I guess I should have thought about it a little bit more carefully. Their shield system is redundant though, so it is going to take a few volleys until we get it fully depowered. That does look like it is a human, but the artillery beam also does a good job of keeping them at bay. Now they've got a lot of stuff to get repaired. And I can just keep firing on their shield system, I guess. You know what, let's go on their piloting system. Reduce their dodge chance. They've already gotten their shields kind of powered up a little bit, although it did go offline for just a second, which is kind of weird. Yeah, that must be a Zoltan, because their shields went down when they walked out of the room. 24 scrap, I think we just get 1 more bar of power in 1 more scrap, I guess. And that's going to be the last bit of power that we get for a while, because that's going to go into our... It's going to go into our defense drone, getting that powered up. I don't need to buy fuel, so I'm going to skip. That's a bad beacon to get, because it's pretty much just a waste of time. Visual carrier's days late. They give us 5 drone parts. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hopefully we get to keep these drone parts. We do have the 2nd level mid base, so if we come across the diseased space station, we will not take damage from that. Not damage, but we won't lose a crew member, which is pretty damaging. We don't need 2 bars of shield, so I am going to get a defense drone out. We've seen in the past that Leto can't fire fast enough to stop their missiles, so we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way, using a defense drone. That missile would have hit if the defense drone, or if the missile had aimed at like the engines or something, because it did come off at a very far angle to the defense drone. Okay, we did take their missile launcher offline. I would still like to keep their missile launcher offline if I can. So every dual laser shot is going in on their weapons. This is going to take a while. Not even this encounter, but this run right now is going to take a while, because we're pretty much buying time until the artillery beam can really mess them up. They're trying to surrender. Artillery beam actually did like next to nothing. I wanted it to go like vertically across their ship, take out their shields, take out their engines, their piloting, their weapons. Instead, it kind of just hit them in the piloting once, which is not that effective. But yeah, we're pretty much just buying time for the artillery beam to get charged up. I haven't yet decided if I want to spend a lot of scrap in getting the artillery beam going faster. You know, right now it's 40 seconds. Next power is 30 seconds. Power after that is 20 seconds. Is that worth it? Probably, because right now it's taking far too long to do anything. We'll see. We'll see. You're supposed to deliver drone parts. I refuse to pay full price. We will refuse and keep the drone parts. 5 drone parts for 30 scrap is actually pretty good. If you refuse and keep the drone parts, they might offer a better deal, or you might just keep the drone parts. A drone part is 8 scrap. 5 times 8 is 40, so it is technically a steal. And you know what? Having extra drone parts is pretty good, especially if we're going to be using the defense drone. So let's try to refuse. And now they're going to try to offer me more scrap. And I think at this point you accept the scrap. So we'll accept the new offer, 40 scrap. I think that's worth it. And it does take 75 to upgrade the artillery beam once. But I might actually want to go with the shield system, because if we have missile defense now. We have hacking defense and boarding defense in some respects. Yeah, I'll attack the slavers. They only have 2 laser weapons, so they can't hurt us if I keep the shield system charged. But with the defense drone, I'm hoping that can buy us time to let our artillery beam do its work for us. And if I can get third bar of shields, then that will hopefully buy us even more time, because lasers and beams won't be able to damage us. Now I'm attacking their oxygen system just because if I start a fire there, maybe they'll die from suffocation. Probably not, but like, what do I attack here? The piloting system? They're just gonna get that stuff repaired very quickly. Another crew member could be pretty good. Do I want a crew member or scrap at this point? I think I want scrap. I'm gonna take scrap. Surrender is not an option. We could get a crew member from it, or anyways, probably not. But 22 scrap is pretty decent. And we're just gonna go to the next sector. We can't really survive a rebel encounter at this point. And we're gonna go to the pirate-controlled sector in case there are more slavers. I mean, that's not the only reason, but the pirate-controlled sector is a pretty good sector to go to. Probably not gonna go to the store, unfortunately, just because 99 scrap, while good, you know, I would like to have a little bit more scrap before going to the store, but we could pick up a gun. We could pick up a gun. Let's go to the store. We can always just jump ahead. This is the only beacon to the exit, by the way. Gotta keep that in mind. 99 scrap. We'll run the risk that we might not be able to buy anything good here. Backup battery is actually pretty good. Hull repair drone is actually really good. If we had a drone recovery arm, which there are no drone recovery arms. There is long-range scanners, we don't necessarily need it. Backup battery is a good purchase though. It allows us to get the defense drone, dodge chance, oxygen system upgraded without necessarily needing to spend a lot of scrap on reactor power right now. And you know what? Pegasus might be a pretty good purchase too. Ion bomb, healing burst, but the Pegasus firing two damage missiles in 20 seconds does beat the Leto. We would need to spend more scrap on weapons. Ooh. Dual lasers take 10 seconds to charge. Defense drone. I think I'm gonna buy the Pegasus. I'm not gonna sell the Leto. It only sells for 10, but I think I'm gonna buy the Pegasus, and probably not on this sector, but maybe on the next sector use it. It's a pretty good weapon. It even is pretty good against enemy ships that have defense drones because it does fire 2 missiles. 1 missile will get through. It's better than the frickin' Leto. So yeah, this isn't too bad. I'm not gonna use the Leto. Hopefully an asteroid just kills them before they fire their halberd. I was worried that the halberd could hit me when my shields were down thanks to a, stray asteroid, but, we were a little bit lucky there that we were able to let the asteroids do the dirty work for us. We can't upgrade our ship. There's literally nothing we can do, so we might as well jump ahead. It's also pretty easy to upgrade your weapons at low levels because it's pretty cheap. Refugee ship drifting in space. If we hail them, there might be a pirate ship that attacks us and we can double dip. Hey, a pirate ship jumps into the system, using them as bait, we can double dip. And also, we're not gonna get hit at all on this encounter because they have an ion and a laser. Those weapons combined cannot penetrate our shield system. As a result, unfortunately, we are going to have to rely almost entirely on the artillery beam to do our attacking because our dual lasers can't penetrate their shields, and our Leto, could hit their shield system, allowing our dual lasers to get in and do some work, but they have a frickin' NG and a cloak, so we're not gonna be able to hit them very often. So this is gonna be a, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna auto-fire the dual lasers on their shields, and then like, go get a drink of water, and then come back in a minute, because this is gonna take a while. It is nice that the artillery beam will destroy them. I'm actually gonna depower it just temporarily, so that it fires after they come out of their next cloak instead of during the time they are cloaked. That way my dual lasers can hopefully sneak in and do some damage. You know, I'm not gonna get a drink of water. I'm gonna micro this for a second, and in a second I might go get some more water. Because this is gonna be a ridiculous encounter. And the reason why I depowered the artillery beam, it would have fired as soon as they cloaked this time, and then they would have gotten stuff repaired before my dual lasers went in. The artillery beam didn't even hit their shield system, so that's kind of garbage. They might also try to escape, and they have a lot of stuff wounded now, so you know what? Leto goes in, we hit him in the shield system, did a little bit of damage, use another Leto. Shields are down, hit him in the cloak. We hit him once, and then they activated their cloak. We should be able to actually destroy the ship. And the reason why I'm kind of focusing on micromanaging this fight right now is because if they try to escape, they might just escape. So we're just gonna focus on doing damage to their shield system right now. There's a fire in the room, which is lovely. They're gonna try to get it put out. So you know what, dual laser their, I should have dual lasered their shield system probably. Artillery beam's gonna fire in a second though, and hopefully this kills them. It's gonna fire, I guess, when they come out of their cloak next. And their shields are now fully powered again. Getting some training though, shield training, dodge training. We do have 24% evasion chance now, which is pretty good. And we picked up a pretty decent amount of scrap, about 33. So it would take 60 scrap to get the Pegasus instead of the Leto. I think that's very important to work on. So I'm probably gonna work on that. We can sneak around down here and go up through the nebula to get to the exit, which I might wanna do. Let's go here, here, and then we'll decide. We'll decide where we go in a second. If I can delay the rebels, that would be amazing. All right, the ship is just an AI ship. It does have a Ion Blast Mark II, which is kind of dangerous. It also does have a missile launcher. So if I can't take out their missile launcher before they fire, I'm just going to use a defense drone. And we're just gonna use a defense drone right now. Luckily they have no shields though, so, oh, thanks defense drone. Thanks a whole bunch. Well, that defense drone part is, you know, useless now, but whatever. Ay. That was an Artemis, I think, too, so it did do 2 hull points of damage, I do believe. Just get the medbay powered up. We're gonna kill the ship before the artillery beam even has a chance to fire, which is okay. But if I had a drone recovery arm, I wouldn't feel bad about potentially wasting drone parts. So I think that's a very important thing for us to find in the near future if we can. Let's get the weapons upgraded. I think getting the Pegasus online is quite important. I can still use the backup battery to give myself some dodge chance to power up the shields if I want. So I don't necessarily need to worry about that right now. Sell missiles. You know what? I will sell... I'm not gonna sell missiles. I kind of want them now. I'm kind of... Normally I don't like using missile weapons, but that was the best weapon at the store at the time. Ooh, god damn, and their ship is kind of looking a little bit rough. I could switch back to the Leto for a round, but I think I'm just gonna try to take it on the chin. But the Burst Laser Mark II worries me. If we take a little bit of damage, it's fine. Okay. We're gonna get the shield system powered up. We are going to backup battery. We're gonna get the backup battery power into dodge chance and oxygen. And we're gonna see if we can take their burst laser offline. Hopefully we can. Yeah, we're gonna send my crew. You know what? NG's got to stay on the shields to give us that shield recharge rate. So I'm just going to send Slug in to attack the Mantis. Okay, we did hit their weapon system, but their burst laser did not get taken offline. Luckily, though, we did dodge. We dodged a lot of shots when we needed to, which is wonderful. Okay, Pegasus, go in on their weapon system, take those offline. NG can go in and help the combat here, since I think we'll survive. Yeah, Slug's wounded, that's expected. Their weapons are now screwed. We actually killed one of their crew members. The crew member who was in the weapons room took lethal damage and is now deceased. Get the medbay powered up, get our crew healed. Probably not gonna need to use any more Pegasus because they only have a couple of Mantises and we can take down their shields, and if we take down their shields, then they're gonna be in a tough spot because they will not be able to protect themselves against the asteroids that come in. Or the artillery beam, either or. All right, 26 scrap is pretty good there. The Pegasus is really good. I just really want to get the third bar of shields to prevent us from taking damage in those situations where the enemy has like a burst laser Mark II or something. Might as well get power into the artillery beam, and as soon as they come out of cloak or fire a weapon or get close to it, we back up battery, get the oxygen, get the power in the dodge chance. Luckily we did dodge just enough. They still only have one bar of shields, but the dual laser just is not cutting it at this point. I would also like to use a Pegasus. I do worry if they're gonna cloak right as I fire it. It doesn't look like they're going to. So you know what? We're gonna fire at their cloaking system. Now we're gonna fire at their weapon system. And then dual laser their cloaking system, hopefully. All right, one of the missiles did land, one of them did miss, it looks like. That's okay. We took out their beam, which, you know, I would have probably preferred to take out one of their lasers, but, you know, if you're gonna take something out, taking out a weapon is better than no weapon. And I might just want to auto-fire on their weapon system for the time being. Backup battery ran out of power, so our dodge chance is slightly lower than it was. Might as well get the power from the artillery beam into the engines. I don't know what the best course of action here is. For right now, their weapons are firing at a sync, so I think we're fine. Maybe we should hit him on the shield room. And that way we can do more damage with our lasers. That seems pretty good. It seemed to work out pretty well. They are gonna cloak, get some stuff repaired, but you know what? I'm very glad that I did purchase the Pegasus because damn, that's really helping out. They're trying to escape, they're trying to surrender, no thank you. They have a bunch of fires aboard their ship. The crew is probably wounded a little bit. Just keep hitting them in the weapons room, keep their weapons offline. Next shot will kill them if it can land before they cloak anyways, excuse me. Good stuff. Took no damage, that's better than I could have hoped for. We're gonna get a little bit of reactor power. We do need it in order to get everything powered up, because right now we don't have everything powered up. We have to rely on the backup battery. It means we're gonna be delaying getting the shields, but when we get the shields, we'll have power for it. We're gonna attack the pirate. We are going to use a defense drone here. No doubt about it. So let's get that powered up. Hopefully we can shoot down their hack. Hopefully we can shoot down their missile. Well, the hack landed, which is actually kind of annoying, but hopefully we can still shoot down their missile when it comes in. We also cannot damage their ship with the dual laser, so the Pegasus is gonna have to take down their shields first, which is fine. They do have an NG, so they are gonna get their stuff repaired pretty quickly. But hopefully we can keep them busy for a while. We're just gonna hit them in their oxygen system, let them go deal with that. They're trying to escape, now they're going to get their stuff repaired. Luckily I have this defense drone, because those missiles do 3 damage each, and with our dodge chance constantly going down to 0, you know, we're in a bad spot. I can disable their hack and get 4 fuel 7 missiles. You know what? I don't need missiles. I'm using the Pegasus to really take out the enemy shields initially, or their weapons, and then kind of extend the fight. So I'm hopefully not going to be using too many missiles, but if I end up using a whole bunch of missiles, maybe we'll you know, find a way of dealing with it. All right, Mantis is pretty bad at everything except for repairing. So he's just gonna be on the door system probably. I would like to have maybe the NG be on the door system, but you know, he's already pretty good at getting the shields repaired, so maybe I'll hold off. Maybe I'll try to do some cross-training or something, because having the NG be on the door system and the Mantis be able to repel invaders if they come aboard my ship would be a pretty good thing. And I need to get the oxygen system powered. I need to not take power away from that system quite as gung-ho as I am. All right, no ion storm, which is pretty good. We will attack the pirate again. Another missile launcher, so you know what? Another defense drone. Yeah, another defense drone. And we'll back up battery as soon as they... We'll back up battery as soon as they fire their weapons, just so that we have a better dodge chance. And in fact, you know what? Mantis can go into the shield room to get the training on it. Why? Because we're not going to take any damage on this encounter, so why not actually try to do that very thing? Well, the missile did land, unfortunately, so, you know, get that stuff repaired if you can. Get the cross-training done right now. Pegasus is coming in. What are we going to fire on? We're going to fire on their... Nothing? Hopefully we don't need to. Hopefully our defense drone can just keep shooting down their... missile when it comes in, but maybe I'll use one on their shield system right now. Just to do a lot of damage, maybe not kill this guy, but annoy him heavily. Maybe start a fire, prevent him from repairing. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, freaking defense drone. It's not fast enough. The defense drone Mark II would be able to shoot them down because the defense drone Mark II. I'll accept it because I can either use it or sell it. Probably sell it. It sells for quite a bit, like 30 scrap. What I need like a defense drone Mark II. The ship that we have, it's very big, and as a result, the defense drone is not able to really efficiently shoot down these missiles that are coming in. It actually kind of does make me worry a little bit. I don't know what to do about it though. I mean, I don't think there's anything we can do. All right, they're destroyed. Fire destroyed them. We're going to jump ahead. Save scrap. Probably not gonna use the boarding drone. We actually can't because it takes 3 power, but that's fine. This is very dangerous. This is very dangerous because of the the pulsar? Pulsar. It's gonna take down our shields. When our shields go down, their double shot heavy laser might do substantial damage to us. So I'm just waiting. It's a fire, I don't care. I'm just waiting. And now that their shields are down, I'm going heavy on their weapon system. Yeah, I kind of figured that I might need the Artemis to get in there, so that's why I did that. He's in the med bay. Let's stop him from healing up. Maybe start another fire. Then go on their shield system. Their shields should hopefully stay down. Our shields are down again. Their shields are down again. They still have a fire. They're trying to escape. I would like to see what they're doing. So Mantis, go into the sensors room really quickly. They've got a small fire. It's not a big fire. And you know what? The beam's gonna kill them anyways. I'm not gonna accept their surrender offer. I always forget about the beam when I'm trying to kill the crew instead of the ship. I always forget about the beam. If I ever have invaders, I'm probably gonna get them killed at some point. All right, shield's coming back in just a second. I am gonna jump before the next pulsar. And at this point, we need to decide if we're gonna go to the nebula or not, because we're pretty close to the end of the sector. We have to go to the exit, we can't go to the nebula. Actually, we can, because they're gonna slow down when they go into the nebula. So we're gonna go to the nebula, we're gonna go to this beacon, then the exit, and we should hopefully be able to make it before the rebel fleet. I'm kind of taking a little bit of a risk here, but it's a calculated risk. I should have gotten the sensors upgrade, but we didn't lose a crew member. We got 8 missiles, which is amazing. If you have second level sensors, you can do that event without any risk. You don't have any penalty. So I should have definitely had the sensors upgraded before then. I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, it's only like 20 scrap, 25 scrap, yeah. So I definitely should have probably done it. Whatever.